With a platform called GoalGetter, it only makes sense for me to talk about my goals that I'm setting for the new year. So let's get started. Every year I set goals in 7 areas: financial, spiritual, physical, social, career, family, and intellectual. In order to be a well-rounded person, I think it's important to be mindful of all of these areas. But what I have learned from past experience is if you set really ambitious goals in all of those areas, it can be a bit overwhelming. So what I'm trying out for 2018 is I'm going to be setting ambitious goals in only 3 of the areas, and then for the rest of them, the goals will still be challenging, but they'll be a little bit easier to achieve. So I'm going to go through the 4 areas that I'm setting my less ambitious goals first, and then I'm going to talk to you about the goals that I'm setting for my big 3 this coming year. First, I'll talk about the financial goals that we've got. A lot of the numbers they're a little bit personal for my husband and I, so I'm not going to be sharing exactly what that is, but we do have goals for the amount of income that we're going to make this coming year, and we also do plan to pay down all of our debt in 2018. The next less ambitious goal that I have, but it's still going to be challenging, is in the knowledge and intellectual area. I spent a lot of time focusing on the knowledge and intellectual area for my goals for the past 3 years and got an MBA, so I'm putting that on the back burner for a while. So for 2018, my knowledge and intellectual goal is reading 1 book a month. That's something that I really have wanted to be an avid reader for a long time, so I think this will get me in the right direction there. The next goal that I have is in the social area. I want to spend time with friends 4 times a month. This is still a challenging goal for me because it's something that I struggle with prioritizing even though I desperately want to. So I want to spend time with friends 4 times a month. The last less ambitious goal that I have is in the career area. I want to keep my place of employment private. I want to make sure that I'm not sharing anything that could reveal that. So the goals for my actual workplace, I'm not going to tell you those, but I do see GoalGetter as a part of my career and my future. So I have set goals for GoalGetter. I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers, whether that be by email, by Facebook, or on Instagram. I would like to reach that number. And then also, I would like to attend 2 professional development events in the year. So whether that be a leadership conference or a conference in my professional area, I would like to network with people that have similar interests. All right, so now let's get into the big 3, the 3 areas that I really want to prioritize in 2018. So the goals I set in these areas are going to be a lot more challenging for me. First is physical. You guys know from my being active on the workplace post that I really enjoy working out. So these are my goals for the physical area. I want to complete a 21-day fix and go through Whole30 again. Matt and I did it in 2017 and we experienced a lot of benefits, so I want to do that again. I want to run 3 half marathons. I want to work out 5 days a week, and I want to go to bed by 9 p.m. I've never prioritized my sleep, so it's something that I'm really going to try to do this year. So a quick note about the physical. I have loved working out since I was a teenager, and if you have never really prioritized your physical health before and you think that the goals that I'm setting seem crazy ambitious, I want you to be encouraged by knowing that this has been a multi-year process. 2 years ago, I prioritized physical, and I set a goal to work out 3 days a week, and I met that goal. So then the next year, last year, I decided I wanted to try to work out 4 days a week, and I met that. I really want to continue this multi-year process and see if I can hit this goal of working out 5 days a week and just see what that looks like for me. If the physical area has not been a priority for you, I would recommend choosing goals that are a baby step for you, something that you can comfortably and easily hit. Don't compare your goals to anybody else's goals. These are for you. These are for your own self-development. The next area that's going to be a big priority for me in 2018 is family. That's something that my husband and I have talked about a lot. We want to make sure that our family and our future for our family is always top priority. For 2018, what we've got planned is we want to go on 4 mini vacations throughout the year. We're going to try to do 1 a quarter. And by mini vacations, I just mean like long weekends away, 4 days away, something like that. And we also want to do 2 mini vacations with our parents so we can get some time away with them, because we want to make sure that we're prioritizing these really important people in our lives. And then the last family goal is that I want to make sure that my husband and I have a date night every Friday. This is something we've prioritized since we were dating, and we wanted to make sure that once we got married, we carried that on, because you guys probably know this, but you never want to stop dating your spouse. It's super important to make sure that you're treating them like they're special even after you're married. And the last and most important of the big 3 is my spiritual goals that I have. So you guys know I haven't kept it a secret that I am a Christian. I'm a believer. So I want to make sure that I am prioritizing my Lord above all else. So my spiritual goals are very important to me. My first one is that I want to read my Bible 20 days out of the month. Ultimately, I'd like to read through the Bible in the year, and then I also want to I want a prayer journal 20 days out of every month. That's something that I do personally. Not every Christian does it, but I like to do it because it helps stimulate my prayer. And then lastly, I would like to memorize a chapter of the Bible. I did that once right when I finished college, and it transformed my mind in a way that I did not expect. All right, so goals for 2018. I hope you enjoy seeing these. I hope to check back throughout the year and see how I'm doing, if I'm hitting my targets. If you are interested in setting goals for yourself, what I would recommend doing is checking out my ebook. I talk about what good actionable goals look like and a good framework for that. Also, the corresponding blog post with this video, I give a little bit of a description about each of the areas. So if you're sitting there thinking, I don't know what career goals to set, something like that, if you look at my description in the blog post, I give kind of a starter, and I have some questions that you can ask yourself so that you can get started setting those goals. Thank you for watching this video. Thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see every time I post more videos. I do one every week. Also, check out my website. It's www.beagoalgetter.net. You'll see all of my videos, all of my corresponding blog posts, and you can actually subscribe via email, so you'll get an email into your inbox every time I post new content. And as my free gift for email subscribers, you'll get a free copy of my goal setting ebook called Get It. Thanks for watching.